I'm not going to marry you guys. I'm marrying Biniyam.
Okay, this moment came way sooner than I expected, which makes me wonder, wow, how much more drama do we have in store?
This is only the beginning.
Biniyam chooses to wait until the night before he leaves to tell his sisters he's moving to the US. The night before. Yet, somehow, red wine ends up on Ari's face. We'll get into what led up to his sister Wish throwing the drink.
Oh my God. I'm kind of in shock.
And what she had to say to the camera afterward.
They only have 90 days. I hope they're gonna make it.
Plus,
this is where you be staying at.
Oh my God.
Shaeeda reacts after Bilal takes her to his actual home where she will be living. This comes after his controversial prank.
I wanted to see if Shaeeda truly wants me for me, not for what I have.
Where he fooled Shaeeda into believing that they were going to be staying in his modest childhood home.
I definitely would say I would probably do some things differently for sure.
That little bit that I said, we still have arguments based on that.
You'll also get a sneak peek at the exclusive conversation I had with Shaeeda and Bilal that honestly changed my entire perspective on them as a couple.
Y'all, context is everything because that just changes the entire conversation.
Let's talk about it. Hey 90 Day Fans fam, it's Melicia. Whew, boy oh boy, did Shaeeda and Bilal start a conversation last week. I actually want to chat about them before we get into Biniyam and Ariela. You know, after reading some of your opinions, this week's episode, and my interview, I can admit, my perspective on Shaeeda and Bilal as a couple has evolved, specifically my opinion about Shaeeda. Although she had her moments last week.
You want something to eat?
Yeah, something that's from a clean bowl, yeah.
Yeah, well, I can order something. I know you don't want to eat in my
You have
room.
enough money for that?
That was harsh.
I felt, I regret that part.
During this episode, after she wakes up at Bilal's childhood home and apologizes to him for her behavior.
I do want to apologize the way I acted yesterday.
Yeah.
I should have never had an outburst or say things to you that was unkind.
She said something that allowed me personally to get a better understanding of where all of her frustration and anger was really coming from.
One of my concerns and that I kind of overreacted was I came here on a K1 visa.
Yeah.
I'm unable to work for a very long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So you are my sole provider.
Right.
Can you take care of me, Bilal?
I would not have brought you to KC with not the intentions of me being able to take care of you.
She was afraid that she would be here in America struggling. And I don't want to give too much away, but during my interview, these two drop a bomb that literally changes everything when it comes to this prank test situation. Those of you who aren't really feeling Bilal, your thoughts on him might change a bit. They might. There were some strong opinions out there.
So to put things in context is that, yeah, it was an element of a test, but it was really more of a prank. And it was a continuing prank that she actually started.
To hear what they reveal, make sure you subscribe to Entertainment Tonight's YouTube channel so you can catch the interview. You can also check it out on etonline.com. All right, back to the episode. Bilal leaves the house to handle some business, and Shaeeda calls her mom, who gives her some pretty good advice.
Money and material things is not everything. So he living like that, he don't have a wife. He wants to marry you now. That is where you come in to make the place look a little, put a little flowers here, make it look nice.
I understand all that, but to walk into this, I felt ambushed.
Wait and see, observe, okay?
Yeah.
If he asks lazy and he ain't doing nothing, jump on the next plane and bring him backside and go. You always have a choice, sweetheart. You always have a choice.
That's real. Sometimes we forget that we always have a choice. When Bilal gets back, he tells Shaeeda it's time to go to his mother's house for lunch. But of course, He's about to take her to his real home, where she will actually be living. It's time for the big reveal.
Ready to meet my mother.
This is nice.
Hello, hello, hello.
Can I take off my shoes?
Yep. Welcome to your new home. This is where you'll be staying at.
Oh my God. First time, Bilal.
This is where you'll be staying at.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Bilal gives Shaeeda a tour of the house, and look at her. She is all smiles. But when he takes her to a special room that he created just for her, she breaks down in tears.
I got a little something else to show you.
Oh my God.
Since she created her own yoga studio back in Trinidad, Bilal created a yoga studio in his home for her.
Is this when I make the newspaper?
Yeah.
Shaeeda says, oh.
You like it?
That yoga room brought out so much emotions. It was something sentimental for me. The yoga room back home is a studio that I was renting. But this yoga space, this is actually mine.
That was sweet. Since we're on Shaeeda and Bilal, I want to take a look at some of your answers to last week's question. If you had to choose between true love that lasts or financial wealth that lasts, what would your choice be? Let's take a look at Sandy's answer. She said, quote, "True love all the way. I've been married 37 years going strong. We don't have wealth, but we have love, health, and happiness. That's all that matters." Look, Sandy has been married 37 years. When it comes to love, I think she's earned the right for us to listen to her. Traveling with Allah says, quote, "Love fades super quick when money issues sink in. Money is important in a marriage, especially when you want to start a family." Interesting perspective. I've definitely seen that happen. You know, the older I get, the more I realize how big of a role finances play in adult relationships. The bliss of being a child. Things were so simple.
Adulting ain't easy, even when you're happy.
Last but not least, Kinda Love, forgive me if I said your name wrong, says, quote, "I take true love over money every time. Everyone just needs to be real with each other. The games are not necessary and a waste of time." True. Nowadays, it literally feels like finding gold when you come across someone who can just be real with you. It's rare.
See, that's what makes it so sweet.
I love having these conversations and seeing all of your different perspectives. Y'all are funny, smart, good writers, and just overall creative. Somebody asked why Bilal doesn't flip his childhood home since that's what he does for a living. And I was like, that's a good question. I actually ended up asking him that.
My father actually helped build that house. And so he didn't want anybody touching his houses or anything like that. So it's not necessarily a house that I own. So out of respect, we didn't do anything to it.
All right, let's move on to Ariela and Biniyam's dramatic 90-Day Fiancé debut.
My name is Ariela. I'm 30 years old, and I'm from Princeton, New Jersey. I live in Ethiopia with my fiance Biniyam and our son Avi.
The last time we saw Ari and Binny, they were trying to pick up the pieces to their broken relationship on last season's 90-Day Fiancé the other way. They went through a lot.
I never could have predicted how bad the distance would be for our relationship.
Ari left Ethiopia and returned to New Jersey solo so that their son Avi could get surgery. And Biniyam was terrified.
Seeing Ari's left, he reminded my ex-wife, because before Ari, I'm married American woman. We have son, and then when she left, she doesn't come back. My first baby, I didn't see him now, like 3 years and a half. I didn't never see him. I hope you will come back.
When Ari got to America, she had to stay longer than expected due to the baby's surgery. And Biniyam stopped picking up the phone.
Number unavailable because his phone is off. He literally just does not pick up the phone.
Ari also suspected that he was cheating on her.
Shut the up and listen. God knows who you and God knows what you've been doing, and I don't even care and I don't even want to know.
But after deciding to take a getaway to Kenya to get back to the basics in their relationship, they chose to make it work.
I'd like us to try to go to the US.
Ooh, Biniyam, bring back the beard. Fast forward to Sunday's episode, Biniyam's K-1 visa got approved, and he, Ari, and Avi are moving to the US in 3 days.
When Binny moves to the US, I don't think 90 days is enough to work out all of the issues that Binny and I have. If the old Binny comes back and he starts partying, going clubbing to avoid dealing with his feelings, I don't think the relationship will survive.
And it seems like that doubt right there is part of the reason why Biniyam is so nervous to tell his family about the big move. They know that this relationship has been an emotional roller coaster.
I'm so worried for telling for my family, just I don't tell still now.
Why would you wait?
Because I don't want to make a mistake for everybody.
And they'll be happy for you.
Somebody has to be an optimist.
While Ari is thinking best case scenario when it comes to his family's reaction, Biniyam comes up with this plan that spells disaster.
Tonight I have to pick up my music. Second, tell my friends about I'm leaving.
After Biniyam tells his friends the news, they are clearly bothered and concerned.
Binny going to the US, I can't really digest it, I hear him and Ariela argue sometimes. He comes to me, he tells me some kind of things. So from the third person view, that's not the best relationship I ever seen in my life.
Is that a nice way of saying it's toxic?
So that's the part that worries me.
Binny goes on to explain to his friends why he's choosing to leave. And it's mainly because he believes his son Avi is a gift from God, and he doesn't want to be far away from him. He also says if he didn't love Ari, which he says he does, but if he didn't, he would still move to the US to be with his son.
Ari is going. If I'm not going, my baby is going. I don't have choice. Whatever is happening, I will fight, save this relationship. Otherwise, I think I will lose my family again.
Biniyam goes on to tell his friends that he hasn't told his family yet.
Ooh.
And he reveals the plan.
ለማንኛውም ነገ ሙዚቃውን ለመልቀቅ አስቤያለሁ ዳንስ ሙዚክ
which is to tell his family at the premiere party for his music video. The party is the night before he leaves.
They're so happy, and then I will tell them just...
So they're not gonna tell him that doesn't sound like a good idea?
Good luck.
According to Ari, Biniyam loves to avoid conflict.
Vinny is a serial conflict avoider.
But it's interesting that while he thinks he's avoiding it, he's actually creating more of it.
You can run, but you can't hide.
Sometimes you just have to face the beast and deal with it.
I honestly feel really bad for Vinny's family and friends that he didn't tell them that he's moving, because it was gonna make them feel like he doesn't care about them.
The night comes for Biniyam to tell his sisters, and tensions are already high when they walk in the party. As we've seen over the years, they haven't gotten along that well with Ari. And apparently at this point, they haven't spoken in a while.
Don't touch us because of COVID?
Yeah, she don't want to touch you.
Damn. She says she doesn't want to touch Ari because of COVID, but she's maskless at a party.
That sounds like an excuse.
I guess. To each his own.
I'm so happy. I didn't accept it people say like it. Even Ari, she's dancing.
Wait, look at Ari. We have to rewind that. It's so cute. After everyone enjoys the party for a bit, Biniyam sits them down and lets his family know that his life is about to change forever. And so are theirs.
Sorry, I'm so stressing. Biniyam, visa አግኝቻለሁ የአሜሪካ ቪዛ እና ነገ ልበር እያሰብኩ ነው to move there.
Biniyam's sisters Wish and Mimi don't take the news well. Wish questions why Biniyam waited this long to tell them. And then they start to put the blame on Ari.
This is her fault. Like, she always manipulates him, you know? She always control him. She's control freak. And he always come and tell us, like, he's not happy. So we're really scared that what's gonna happen to Biniyam after he left in US, because I don't trust her.
See, this is the downside to telling your family about issues in your relationship. Because when you choose to move on from the problem, it can be hard for them to forget and let it go, which can cause more inner conflict for you.
No, him not telling you guys has nothing to do with me. It's nothing to do with me at all. Until you can tell the truth that I never said anything to you about it, and I would never tell him not to tell his family. That would be up on so many levels. I would never do that.
But you're also our family. You should tell us.
You guys are my family, I know, but you know, sometimes...
We are family, but you say something.
For some reason, Biniyam is acting like he can't talk right now. He started this and his mouth is closed shut.
Oh, smart man.
I think he should speak up and take more responsibility. And because he doesn't, the conversation continues to escalate.
I don't care whose fault it is, but if you think you are family, you should tell us. You should tell us too.
Right,
you
but
understand?
That's his
like,
decision.
We treat you like a sister, but like
you don't treat me like a sister. You guys are really. If that's how you treat your sister, I want nothing to do with it. Vinny is an adult, and he ended up making a stupid decision not to tell his sisters. The fact that they blame me for his decision, it's ridiculous. Okay, I'm happy that I'm not gonna see you guys anymore. And you know what? I didn't marry. I'm not going to marry you guys. I'm marrying Biniyam.
Wait, look at Ari's eyes. She looks down at that glass. I wonder, did she see it coming?
It's crazy.
Oh my God, I've never gotten alcohol through my face before. That's a new experience.
Now, out of all the times I've seen someone get a drink thrown in their face on reality TV, I have never heard a reaction like Ari's.
That's a new experience.
In my opinion, Wish is just misplacing the hurt and anger she feels about her brother leaving on Ari.
She don't respect us, she don't respect him, and I think she's psycho.
But you just, no comment.
They only have 90 days, I hope they're gonna make it.
She said she hopes they cannot make it.
Will they? No. 0%. No.
Those two do not play about their brother. Whew. And to think that this was our first episode with Ari and Biniyam, they came in with a bang. Or should I say splash?
Oh, that was so corny.
Well, although they end the night on bad terms, next week, Biniyam's sisters join him at the airport to say their goodbyes.
Ariela, she have to say sorry.
Sorry for what?
I don't want the last night's bad mood to be last time when I see them.
We had drama yesterday. We don't need more today. It's stupid.
All right, 90 Day Fans fam. That does it for this week. Make sure you stick with ET because we are covering it all. I will see you next time.